Hello, my dear one. I'm so glad you're here with me today. I want you to take a gentle breath right now, just one soft breath. Because before we talk about healing, I want you to know something very important. Your body is listening to you in this very moment. It has always been listening. It listens when you speak out loud. It listens when you whisper inside. And it listens even when you say nothing at all. And there is no judgment in the listening. There is only response. That is why I often say, the body is like a loyal friend. It follows your lead. When you understand this, something inside you begins to relax, because healing no longer feels like a battle you must win, but a conversation you are finally willing to have. You see, blood is not just a physical substance moving through veins. Blood is movement, direction, willingness to live. Blood carries nourishment, yes, but it also carries emotional tone. It carries the messages of your beliefs. Every cell bathing in that flow receives information about how safe it is to exist, how welcome it is to thrive, how much joy it is allowed to feel. This is why I like to say, blood is the river of life, and your thoughts are the current. When your thoughts are harsh, rushed, fearful, the current tightens. When your thoughts soften, when you speak kindly to yourself, the river remembers how to flow naturally again. Nothing needs to be forced. Nothing needs to be fixed. The body already knows the way. It is simply waiting for permission. Now let me say this very gently, because many people misunderstand it. Your subconscious mind does not argue with you. It does not analyze your words. It does not ask if what you're saying is logical or deserved. It listens and it acts. The subconscious is a faithful servant. When you say, "My body is broken," it begins organizing itself around that instruction. When you say, "My blood is learning harmony again," it begins adjusting accordingly. This is not magic in the fantasy sense. This is law, inner command. You are issuing instructions every day, often without realizing it. And when you become conscious of that, you don't need to become strict or fearful about your words. You simply become kinder. You become more deliberate. You learn to speak to yourself the way you would speak to a child who is learning to walk. Inside you already exists divine order. I want you to hear that. Already exists. You do not have to create it. You do not have to earn it. You do not have to prove yourself worthy of it. There is a perfect blueprint within you that has never been damaged, no matter what you've experienced. Healing is not about adding something new. It is about returning to what has always been true. Healing is remembering. It is remembering that life within you is intelligent, loving, and cooperative. And when you align your words with that truth, the body recognizes home. So many people have been at war with their bodies for years. They criticize it. They threaten it. They shame it. They compare it. And then they wonder why it resists. My dear one, if someone spoke to you the way you sometimes speak to your body, would you feel safe enough to heal? Would you relax? Or would you brace yourself? The body responds in the same way. Healing begins when the war ends. When you stop saying, "Why are you doing this to me?" and begin saying, "I am willing to listen." That single shift opens doors that effort never could. I often invite people to place a hand on their body, on the heart, on the belly, anywhere that feels right, and speak directly to it, not dramatically, not desperately, simply honestly. You might say, "I love you. I am learning to trust you again." And you may feel emotion rise when you do this. That's not weakness. That's communication restoring itself. Tears are not a setback. Tears are a release of old commands leaving the system. The body knows when it is finally being spoken to with respect. Your blood, especially, responds beautifully to reassurance. Blood loves rhythm. Blood loves calm certainty. When you tell it, you are flowing in perfect balance. You are not lying to yourself. You are reminding the body of its natural state. Even if symptoms are present, even if diagnosis exists, you are not denying reality. You are choosing the direction of healing within reality. And direction matters. Direction is everything. I want to pause here and ask you something gently, because this is where true change begins. How do you usually speak about your body? Do you scold it? Do you joke about it in ways that are actually unkind? Do you talk about it as if it has betrayed you? Just notice. No blame. Awareness is enough. Awareness opens the door. And once the door is open, love walks in naturally. When you stop fighting your body, when you stop demanding that it prove itself, the system relaxes. Blood chemistry responds. Hormones respond. Cells respond. This is why I say love is the great healer. Not because love is sentimental, but because love removes resistance. And where resistance dissolves, life moves freely again. So today, I invite you into a new agreement with yourself. Not a rigid rule, an agreement. You agree to speak to your body with respect. You agree to acknowledge its efforts. You agree to remember that it has carried you through every single day of your life. Even when it struggled, it did not give up on you. It has been waiting patiently for you to come back into partnership with it. You might begin simply. When you wake up, you can say, "Thank you for this new day." When you drink water, you can say, "This nourishes every cell." When fear arises, you can say, "It is safe for me to heal." These are not empty phrases. These are directions. And the body follows direction with remarkable devotion. And as you continue this gentle practice, something beautiful happens. You stop feeling like healing is something you are chasing. You start feeling like healing is something you are allowing. You soften into trust. You breathe more fully. You feel less alone inside your own skin. And that, my dear one, is when divine order reveals itself, not as an idea, but as a lived experience. Remember this, and carry it with you kindly. Your body is always responding to love, even when it is asking for help in uncomfortable ways. Speak to it with patience. Speak to it with appreciation. Speak to it with the certainty that life within you wants to thrive, because it does. It always has. And now, you are finally listening to each other again. I want to show you a perfect example of how deeply your body listens to you, because this is not theory and it is not poetry. It is lived experience, moment by moment inside you. You see, your blood is not neutral. It is not mechanical. Your blood is sensitive. Your blood is responsive. Your blood is emotional. It records how you feel about life. It records how safe you believe it is to be here. It records how much love you allow yourself to receive. And it does this quietly, faithfully, without complaint. When anger lives inside for a long time, the blood becomes heavy. Not because the body is failing, but because it is responding. Anger tightens. Anger contracts. Anger signals danger. And the blood, being loyal, prepares for struggle. It thickens its message. It braces. The body always believes you. When you live in constant irritation, resentment, self-attack, the blood carries that message to every organ and every cell. Stay alert. Stay guarded. Stay tense. This is not punishment. This is obedience. And then there is peace. Peace softens everything. When you allow yourself to slow down, when you stop arguing with life, when you stop fighting your own process, the blood lightens. It moves more freely. It delivers nourishment more easily. Peace is not passive. It is deeply biological. Peace tells the blood, it is safe now. And the blood responds with cooperation, with rhythm, with balance. Love goes even deeper. Love brightens the blood. Love restores color to life. When you speak kindly to yourself, when you forgive, when you allow joy without guilt, something extraordinary happens. The blood carries a new message. Life is welcome here. And the cells respond as if they have been waiting to hear that all along. Love is not just emotional, it is chemical. It shifts the inner environment toward healing. Now let me say something very important, very gently. Your words are nourishment, not metaphorically, literally. Words are the spiritual food of your blood. Every time you say, I am exhausted, I am broken, my body is failing, the blood accepts that as instruction. It does not argue. It does not say, are you sure? It simply organizes itself around the meaning of those words. And this is why so many people unknowingly sabotage their own healing while desperately wanting to get better. When you say, I am healthy, even if you don't fully believe it yet, the cells begin rehearsing health. When you say, my body is learning harmony again, the blood receives permission to adjust. You are not lying. You are directing. You are choosing a destination instead of obsessing over the road behind you. And the body loves direction. The body thrives on clarity. I often remind people, the subconscious mind does not understand jokes. It only understands repetition, tone, emotional certainty. So when you casually say something harsh about your body, even playfully, your blood takes it seriously. It listens to the feeling underneath the words. That feeling becomes chemistry. Chemistry becomes behavior. Behavior becomes experience. This is not something to fear. This is something to respect. Joy, especially, has an astonishing effect on the blood. Joy changes blood chemistry faster than effort ever could. When you laugh, when you feel grateful, when you allow pleasure without explaining yourself, the blood literally reorganizes. Joy is medicine that has no side effects. Joy relaxes vessels. Joy improves circulation. Joy signals abundance rather than survival, and the body responds accordingly. This is why I so often encourage people to stop postponing happiness. You don't wait until the body heals to be joyful. You allow joy so the body can heal. Happiness is not the reward at the end. Happiness is the environment in which healing happens best. Even a small smile, even a gentle appreciation, even a moment of ease tells the blood, you can stand down now. You don't need to fight. And here is something many people find deeply emotional when they truly hear it. Your blood has never been against you. Not once. Even when symptoms appear, even when pain shows up, the body is not betraying you. It is communicating. It is responding to years of inner commands. When you change the tone of those commands, the body listens immediately, even if the physical evidence takes time to catch up. So I invite you into a new relationship with your blood. Speak to it as you would speak to someone you love deeply. You might say, thank you for carrying life through me. You might say, you are safe now. You might say, I choose peace, and you may flow in peace. Say it gently. Say it often. Say it without pressure. The blood understands sincerity far more than perfection. And if resistance comes up, if you think this feels silly or this can't possibly work, be kind to that thought too. That resistance is just an old habit loosening its grip. You don't fight it. You don't shame it. You simply return to love. Love always has the final word. Healing does not begin when you control your body. Healing begins when you stop attacking it. Healing begins when you remember that life inside you is intelligent, responsive, and eager to cooperate. Your blood wants to move toward lightness. Your cells want to feel supported. Your entire system wants harmony. It has always wanted that. So today, choose your words as you would choose nourishment. Speak life, speak gentleness, speak encouragement. Let your blood hear something new, something kind, something hopeful. Because when you change the conversation inside, the body changes the experience outside. And this is not something you have to force. This is something you allow. And as you continue, day by day, moment by moment, you may notice something subtle but profound. Your body begins to trust you again. Your blood begins to flow with ease. Your system begins to remember its original design. And you realize, perhaps with tears in your eyes, that healing was never about fixing yourself. It was always about loving yourself back into balance. I've learned that the heart is not just an organ that pumps blood. It is a speaker. It is a broadcaster. It is the place where your inner truth is amplified and sent throughout your entire body. And this is something I want you to feel, not just understand with your mind. When you place your hand on your heart, you are not doing a symbolic gesture. You are giving a direct instruction to your nervous system. You are saying, I am here, I am listening, I am present with myself. And the body responds immediately. You see, the heart does not wait for logic. It responds to attention. Attention is love in action. The moment your hand rests on your chest, signals move through the vagus nerve, through the bloodstream, through the tissues, and the body begins to soften. The heart rhythm changes. The blood receives a new message. The cells feel held. And very often people feel emotional at this moment, not because something is wrong, but because something true has finally been acknowledged. The heartbeat itself is a charger. Each beat is not only movement, it is information. It is energy. The rhythm of your heart is the rhythm your blood learns to trust. When the heart is rushed, fearful, or guarded, the blood carries urgency. When the heart is calm, open, and loving, the blood carries coherence. This is why inner peace is not an abstract idea. It is measurable. It is felt. It is lived inside the body. Many people try to heal by fixing parts, but the body does not heal in parts. It heals in patterns, and the heart is the central pattern setter. When the heart feels safe, the blood flows as if it knows exactly where to go. When the heart feels threatened, the blood prepares for survival instead of restoration. The body always prioritizes safety over healing. That is why love is not optional. Love is the doorway. Now let me say something very simple and very powerful. Everything you eat, everything you speak, and everything you feel becomes blood. Not metaphorically, literally. Food nourishes the physical structure. Words nourish or poison the bloodstream. Emotions nourish the soul that directs the whole system. And you cannot separate these things. They are one conversation, spoken in different languages. When you eat with fear, even healthy food struggles to nourish you. When you eat with appreciation, even simple food becomes medicine. Gratitude changes digestion. This is not wishful thinking. This is the body responding to safety signals. The blood receives nutrients differently when the system is relaxed, and relaxation comes from trust, not control. Words are even more intimate. Words enter the bloodstream through meaning. When you say, "My body is against me," the blood hears betrayal. When you say, "My body is doing the best it can for me," the blood hears cooperation. And cooperation is healing. The blood does not respond to force, it responds to relationship. Emotions especially are the deep current. Long-held resentment, grief, guilt, and fear do not just pass through the body, they linger. They tint the blood with memory. But here is the most hopeful part. Gratitude cleanses memory. Gratitude does not deny pain, it dissolves its hold. Gratitude tells the body, "We survived, we are here, we can soften now." I have seen again and again that gratitude purifies the blood in a way nothing else does. When someone begins to say, "Thank you, body, for carrying me," something luminous happens. The inner environment brightens. The aura of the blood, yes, blood has an energetic field, becomes clearer. The body stops bracing and starts repairing. Gratitude is not passive. It is active alignment. It reorganizes the internal chemistry. It shifts hormones. It calms inflammation. It restores rhythm. Gratitude tells the body it does not have to scream to be heard anymore. And then there is consistency. This is where true healing lives, not in intensity, not in dramatic effort, but in repetition with kindness. The body learns through repetition. The cells remember what they hear most often. Every phrase you repeat becomes a program. Every emotional tone you return to becomes a default setting. People sometimes say to me, "But I said the affirmation and nothing happened." And I gently remind them, the body is not impressed by urgency. It responds to familiarity. When you repeat loving words day after day, even when you don't feel them yet, the cells begin to recognize a new pattern. That recognition becomes memory. That memory becomes identity. This is what I call cellular memory. The cells remember how it feels to be safe. They remember how it feels to be supported. And once the body remembers safety, it does not want to go back to war. Healing accelerates when the system no longer expects attack. You are not programming your body once. You are teaching it a new language. And like any language, fluency comes with gentle practice, not punishment, not perfection. Patience is part of love. So when you place your hand on your heart today, do it slowly. Let the heartbeat speak. Let the blood listen. Speak words that feel like shelter. Feel emotions that feel like permission. Eat as if you are worthy of nourishment. Live as if your body is your ally, because it is. And now let me gently invite you to look at your body in a completely new way, not through the eyes of judgment, not through the lens of disappointment, but through the eyes of understanding and compassion, because your body has never been your enemy, not once, not ever, even on the days when it hurt, even on the days when it frightened you, even on the days when you felt betrayed by it. Your body has only ever been trying to protect you, to keep you alive, to adapt, to survive, to carry you forward with the tools it had at the time. And I want you to really hear this, because for so many people, healing does not begin with medicine or technique. It begins the moment the war inside finally ends. You see, when symptoms appear, the body is not attacking you. The body does not know how to attack. It only knows how to respond. It responds to stress, to fear, to long-held emotional pressure, to beliefs you may not even remember choosing. It responds the way a loyal guardian responds, stepping in, compensating, rerouting, protecting vital systems when it senses danger. And when you criticize your body for doing this, when you say, "Why are you doing this to me?" the body does not argue. It simply works harder. It tightens. It braces. It tries to protect you even more. And that, my dear, is why resistance delays healing. I want you to imagine for a moment how it would feel to say to your body, maybe for the very first time, "Thank you for staying with me." See, notice what happens inside you when you even consider saying that. Many people feel tears rise up, not because they are weak, but because something very deep has been touched. The body has been waiting for kindness. The body has been waiting for partnership. And the moment you soften toward it, it begins to soften toward you. When you honor your blood honors you. This is not a poetic idea, it is a living principle. Blood is the river of life, carrying oxygen, nutrients, information, emotion, and memory to every cell. Blood responds to respect. When you live in constant self-criticism, the blood carries tension. When you live in appreciation, the blood carries ease. When you treat your body as an ally instead of a problem, the entire internal environment changes. Healing is not something you force. Healing is something you allow by changing the relationship. This is why I often say, healing is a love affair with yourself. It is a two-way relationship. You listen, and the body responds. You speak with kindness, and the cells reorganize. You slow down, and the blood finds its natural rhythm again. There is an intelligence within you that knows exactly how to restore balance, and it has been there since the moment you were created. Nothing went wrong. Nothing needs to be punished. Something simply needs to be heard. Many people believe they must become perfect before they deserve health. That is simply not true. You do not heal because you are good enough. You heal because life wants to express itself through you. Your worth has never been in question. Your body has never been keeping score. It does not hold grudges. It responds to the present moment. That is why change can happen now, not later, not after you fix everything, but now, in this breath, in this choice to be kinder. And this brings us gently, naturally, into the practice of speaking healing words into your blood. Words are not just sounds. Words are instructions. The subconscious mind does not analyze them. It accepts them. Your blood listens to your inner dialogue all day long. When you speak fear, it prepares for danger. When you speak love, it prepares for renewal. This is not about forcing positivity. It is about choosing language that supports life. So if you are willing, place one hand on your heart right now. Feel the warmth. Feel the subtle movement beneath your palm. That is not imagination. That is communication. And as you rest here, let us begin to speak to the blood, not loudly, not dramatically, but with calm certainty, the way you would speak to someone you love deeply. My blood flows in divine harmony. And pause for a moment. Let that sentence land. You do not need to convince yourself. You are simply planting a seed. Every cell of my blood is filled with life and joy. Notice if your breathing changes. Notice if your shoulders drop even a little. My blood renews and restores me perfectly. You are not asking. You are reminding. I speak love into my body, and it heals me. Because love is the healing power. I am grateful for the river of life inside me. When you repeat these affirmations, something very gentle happens. The nervous system receives a signal of safety. The blood chemistry begins to shift. The cells stop bracing and start repairing. Gratitude acts like a purifier. It clears emotional residue from the bloodstream. It tells the body that it is safe to return to balance. I often encourage people to repeat affirmations 3 times, not because 3 is a magic number, but because repetition creates familiarity, and familiarity creates trust. The first time the body hears something new. The second time, it begins to consider it. The third time, it starts to accept it. And with daily repetition, these words become part of your cellular memory. They become the background music of your healing. You may notice sensations as you do this practice: warmth, tingling, a feeling of lightness, or perhaps emotion moving through you. All of this is normal. It is simply energy shifting. Do not analyze it. Do not rush it. Allow it. Healing does not need to be dramatic to be real. Often the deepest changes are quiet, and if doubts arise, that is okay too. Doubt does not cancel healing. Resistance does not mean failure. It only means that something old is loosening. Be patient with yourself. You are learning a new way of being with your body. You are learning to speak a new language, the language of respect, trust, and cooperation. Remember this above all else. Your body is on your side. It has always been on your side. It has carried you through everything you have ever lived through. And when you begin to honor it, to listen to it, to speak to it with love, it responds with remarkable loyalty. The blood brightens, the cells awaken, the natural order reasserts itself. Let us close in a very gentle, very loving way, because healing does not need effort. It needs consistency and kindness. And this little ritual I'm sharing with you is not meant to be another task on your list. Not something you have to do perfectly, but something you return to, the way you return to your breath, the way you return to yourself. Each day, just 3 minutes. That's all. 3 minutes where you stop trying to fix anything and simply allow your body to receive good news. Begin by touching your heart. Place your hand there softly, not pressing, not forcing. This is not a technique. This is a signal. When you touch your heart, you activate divine order. You are telling your body, I am here, I am listening, you are safe with me. And the body responds immediately because the heart is the great communicator. It speaks to the blood, and the blood speaks to every cell. Then allow yourself to visualize. You don't have to see perfectly. Just imagine, in whatever way feels natural to you, that your blood is a beautiful stream of red and golden light, warm, alive, intelligent. See it flowing gently through your body, carrying nourishment, carrying clarity, carrying healing to places that may have been waiting for attention. Your body understands images. It understands intention. It does not require effort from you, only willingness. And then speak, not loudly, not dramatically. Speak with quiet faith, the kind of faith that doesn't need proof, the kind that says, I choose to trust. As you repeat the affirmations, let them feel like kind messages you are delivering to a loyal friend, because that is exactly what your blood is, loyal, constant, always moving for you, even when you forgot to be kind to yourself. You may do this ritual in the morning to set the tone for your day. When you do, you are telling your body, today we move together. And you may do it at night before sleep, when the body naturally enters repair mode. When you speak loving words to your blood before sleep, it cleanses and restores while you rest. Healing continues even when you are unconscious. Life works for you around the clock. Some days you will feel a shift immediately. Some days you will not notice anything at all. Both are perfectly fine. Healing is not a performance. It is a process. Trust that something is happening beneath the surface because the body never wastes loving input. Every kind word leaves a trace. Every moment of appreciation changes the internal environment. And remember this, please remember this. Your blood loves to hear good news. It responds to encouragement. It responds to gratitude. It responds to the moment you stop criticizing and start cooperating. When you speak about your body with love, your body responds with balance. When you speak with trust, your blood carries that trust everywhere it goes. So tonight or tomorrow morning, begin again. Touch your heart. See the light. Speak with calm certainty. And let life do what it knows how to do. Your body is listening. Your blood is responding. Healing is already in motion, and so it is.